Hey everyone, okay, so today we're talking face masks. Now, a while ago in a video, I was talking about things that I never used to do that I do now, and I mentioned face masks. And I always thought that with face masks, it was what you did to your skin every day that really counted, and therefore what you did once a week really wasn't going to make that much difference. And many months ago, a friend of mine on Instagram called Fires, she posted a picture and was talking about face masks and how much the GLAMGLOW face mask had made a massive difference in her skincare routine. And then a friend of mine called Jill, who has skin of a child, and I'm not kidding, she talks about how she uses face masks, and she uses them like once a week on a Sunday, and she layers them. So she does one face mask, leaves it on for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, rinses it off, uses a second one, a different one, and then another one, and it's like her Sunday ritual. And about sort of 4 or 5 months ago, I've mentioned this, my skin started breaking out, and it was something that hasn't happened since I was in my very early 20s, and nothing else had changed. My skincare routine was the same, everything was normal, but I was breaking out. It was probably a combination of stress and other things like that, hormones, who knows, I'm getting older, but it was happening and I didn't know how to deal with it because the things that I was using and had kept using over and over again just weren't really cutting it at the time. So that's when I started seeing these posts and listening to these other people and decided to try face masks. Hence this. So I'm going to rinse this off in a minute and you can kind of see the result in it because there'll be nothing on my skin whatsoever. So the first face mask that I bought was by GLAMGLOW, and it was the Super Mud Clearing Treatment. And because this was the one that I needed, I think, to buy. I was suffering with breakouts, with clogged pores, and this seemed like the one that would be the best place to start. And I used this literally 3 times a week, left it on for sort of 30 minutes at a time, rinsed it off. And this is no word of lie, literally within the space of a few days, 3 days, 4 days, my skin looked better. I wasn't experiencing new breakouts on a daily basis. And the clogged pores on my nose, truly something I have not experienced since I was in my early 20s. They got better. Suddenly they weren't clogged anymore. And after prolonged use, my skin was back to normal again, which made me start to think, so this one worked really well. And why get one when I could just get them all and then start doing zoning, which is what I'm going to kind of show you now. Now that my skin was back to its normal condition, I started to do different zones with different masks because and you'll see this now, because for the center of my face, I still want to maintain that kind of blemish-free area because that's where I was breaking out. So I would use the clearing mud right in the center of the face, the T-zone area, the super mud, the clearing treatment. That's where I would use that mask because that's where I really needed that kind of extra help just in case. But underneath the eyes, because I'm 38, and I really want that extra hydration under the eyes. So for that area, I would apply a different mask, and I would apply like Thirsty Mud, which is really hydrating and gives you, you kind of have to see it to believe it, but the skin feels immense afterwards, just so plump. And it's one of the masks that I would use on clients pretty much predominantly regardless, because I really want a nice soft finish on their skin to begin work with, so any dryness that's kind of taken care of. But the rest of the face, I just use the original one, which is the GLAMGLOW, the Youth Mud, and that's the tingle exfoliating one. And I would zone it in these areas, and depending on different needs or different days or how my skin was feeling, I may use a different one. Now the masks that I've got on at the moment, this is the GLAMGLOW Flash Mud, and this is the brightening treatment. And you do this 3 days in a row. This is day 2 that I've been using this one as a very specific kind of regime, because, and you'll see now when I rinse this off, the luminosity of this, the brightness of your skin, you'll see in a second when I wash this off, because it is absolutely amazing. But I was in London yesterday and I got to go into the GLAMGLOW pop-up store, and I actually picked up, and this was a mask that I hadn't tried until yesterday when I got back, and I tried it again this morning, and you'll see. And that is the GLAMGLOW Gravity Mud, which is the firming treatment. And look at the color of this. When this is on the skin, it looks so cool. But regardless of that, it then dries and you peel it off, and it literally feels like your skin has just shed. It is you are just doing that to your face because it feels so. I've become this strange fanatic now about face masks. Who knew? So let's wash this off, and you can kind of see because there's nothing else on my skin. And this is, again, the Flash Mud. This is the brightening mask. You kind of use this for sort of 2 or 3 days in the week. You must use an SPF after this in the daytime, absolutely. But you'll see now the skin just looks immense. So there you go. So I've just rinsed this off my face, towel dried. There is absolutely nothing on my face. Now it's a little bit flushed, and that will happen because this is an incredible treatment. But the way your skin feels, in about 20 or 30 minutes, the kind of flushness goes away and your skin looks so luminous, and there is nothing on my face whatsoever, and it's just so good. While all of them work incredibly well, and again, you know, I'm really going to be testing out the new one, which is the Gravity Mud, because I just love the way that feels. For me, the absolute, you know, the way that they work with the clearing one, because my skin was so clogged, my nose was just a real nightmare. So that one, along with this brightening one, you know, you can just go out and your skin just looks good. I really want to thank as well everybody who, after I did the video and I was talking about how I'm using masks now, and everybody was so positive, like, you should use masks, you should use masks. Now I totally understand why people use face masks, because they just give you something that skincare can't, and they're just intense and they work and they do what they say on the tin, which is why when I was looking for the products that I wanted to use and try, I knew that the one that I sort of really wanted to gravitate towards was GLAMGLOW, because everybody seems to rave about it, and there has to be a reason for that. And I am quite literally the poster child for it now, for the clearing treatment, because it made my skin feel amazing, but it took it back to how it was before it was breaking out. And that is just an absolute blessing. There you go. All the information on everything that I've just spoken about is in the description bar below, which is right down there, so you can have a little look and click it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.